Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming to our Singer-Songwriter Night, hosted by Collin Stackhouse. And our guest this evening is Ky Burt. I also want to let you know about the Lombard Street construction. They're going to start working on the street right out in front of the store. You can support us by purchasing online. We added bicycle delivery in case you can't find parking. So please support us through the holidays because it's going to be a shit show for a year. I can say shit show, can I? Let me see. Oh, our events that are coming up. We have a Sarah sweater class, October 31st. The week before Thanksgiving, we have cookbook extravaganza. And then we're doing our annual holiday night market starting December 2nd. So just keep an eye out for that. And I'm going to turn it over to Collin, and thank you everyone for coming.
Yeah. Hello, salutations. It's a pretty small audience, and most of them are close bubble adjacent people. So Ky and I have decided that we're going to sing without masks on. So if anyone doesn't know how this works, it's a monthly singer-songwriter night that I'm the host of, meaning that I kind of ask a couple questions of the singer-songwriter and also do the intro, like the opening act. So yeah, I'm gonna just play one song that's been kind of stuck in my head this week. And then my friend Ky's gonna come out and we're gonna play a bunch of tunes. So we're really happy that there's people watching digitally in the future. Hello from the past, and hello from a few seconds in the past if you catch on to the stream right now, and hello live to you guys. So this song is by Kacey Musgraves, who released an album a couple weeks ago called Star-Crossed. And some of the songs are not my favorite, but this song is really good. So she's also just the most, if you don't know Kacey Musgraves, she is just the most, and her songwriting is really great and her voice is just perfect. Like, how could anyone have such a perfect voice? It blows my mind. So this song is called Keep Looking Up. Coming in. It's hard to sing when I see so many good faces. I grew up in the sticks where there ain't no light, but the stars are big and bright. When they told me no, I would always wonder why. But I tried to be good and keep my head down, but there was too much sky around. And my daddy said, keep looking up, don't let the world bring you down. Keep your head in the clouds and your feet on the ground. Keep looking up, keep looking up. Keep looking up, keep looking up. Well, they come to me in different ways, beautiful and strange. I've seen fire burning in the sky and things I can't explain. I've seen truth turn into the light and true love turn to pain. But I keep looking up, don't let the world bring me down. Keep my head in the clouds and my feet on the ground. Keep looking up, keep looking up, keep looking up, keep looking up. You might be surprised. I've seen strange things happen all of the time, and I keep looking looking up. Keep looking up. Keep looking up. Right. Come on over, Ky. Songs with a different banjo. This is Ky Burt, the guest artist this week.
Hi. Yeah, so good to be here. Thanks, Collin, for playing that song and opening up. And
It's great.
thanks for having me, y'all.
Oh, that's my instrument. Slammed against the wall.
It's a good thing the banjos don't get their feelings hurt too much.
Yep. Good
Yeah.
thing there's. Good
Yeah,
thing
banjos are
it's
pretty tough.
not my favorite instrument. Good thing I don't care about that at all. Oh. Yeah. So yeah, I think I said this at the beginning, but this is like half interview, half concert. So I'll ask Ky some questions that we certainly went over earlier today.
Practice for a while.
later.
We did.
But yeah, we're gonna start off doing a couple more of the ones that I wrote or that I'm singing right now. So this is a song called 7 Generations, and it's really nice to have a guitar and Ky like supporting me. So, and also all of you guys supporting me. How great. Bring everything to me, and you will see. Learn me all I need to know, so that I follow where you want to go. Paint everything in black. I don't care, we're never going back. Please give my body strength that I swim to that other bank. When will there be peace in our nation? It'll be 7 generations. When will you have the conversation? It'll be 7 generations.
It's so fun to be here with Collin. It's been a really long time since we performed together.
When was the last time?
This whole zombie apocalypse thing happened, and we survived it so far. And yeah,
When was the last
that
time?
was a joke. This is a very serious crowd here.
Yeah, they don't-
When zombie apocalypse, it wasn't really a zombie. Not yet. There was. What were you asking?
When was the last time we performed together?
We played.
At a yurt, maybe?
Oh my gosh, like 2 or 3 years ago in a yurt in Central Oregon, I think. Prineville. Jerry, our friend Jerry, who owns a yurt, is a farmer and puts on yurt shows. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. This is called Tall Buildings. It's by John Hartford. Oh, someday, my baby, when I am a man and others have taught me the best that they can, they'll sell me a suit and they'll cut off my hair and send me to work in tall buildings where it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, it's goodbye to the flowers and goodbye to you. I am off to the subway, I must not be late, I'm going to work in tall buildings. And when I retire, my life is then my own. I've made all the payments, it's time to go home. And I'll wonder what happened betwixt and between when I went to work in tall buildings. And it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew. It's goodbye to flowers and goodbye to you. I am off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings. If you want to sing along, do. Oh, goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew. It's goodbye to flowers and goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings. I'm going to work in tall buildings. One more. Going to work in tall buildings. Thanks, everyone. Oh, sweet. What's that? And
Going. Yeah, that's a good point. That song was written by John Hartford. Did you say that? Yeah. So
he's
we
good.
got.
He's so good.
We
Same
got.
place.
We'll sneak you one more of those John Hartford songs here in a little bit.
Yeah, the last Collin song, and then Ky's gonna join the stage. This is a song I wrote on my 2018 album. I'm gonna tune really quickly. The song's called Red Sky Water. Kai, have you spent time in the Met Town?
In what town?
The Met Town?
I have not.
Winthrop
I'm
and
told.
Twist?
I'm told it is a very beautiful valley in Washington.
That's what-
I'm getting a
what the
thumbs
song's
up
about.
from the audience from Carl. Yeah.
Carl, you've been to the Met Town? Oh, it's just the best place. It's just stunning. It's just jaw to the floor, stunning. Beautiful skiing. What was that? I couldn't tell if you were giving me a signal. Oh yeah. So this song's called Red Sky Water. Did you guys? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Did you catch where the water is in that song? No, no, you didn't catch. You didn't catch it.
Thanks for your tunes, Colin. It was good to hear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I often do. We often do 2 rounds of interviews, and this is exactly 2 lines. So it's time for our first section of interview questions.
Great.
Hi, Ky.
Hi, Colin.
Thanks for coming on our Singer-Songwriter Night with Two Rivers Bookstore. What's the last book that you read?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. Let's see. I was reading a book. Well, I don't know. It's a weird mix, right? Rumi. I'm reading a Rumi. I'm reading all of the Rumi book, like the poem to poem to poem.
What's your favorite poem so far?
Which actually, I did not know this about Rumi, but it isn't poetry. It was more like he would give these lectures, and so these are like sort of ongoing like talks, and so they like all build into some one epic sort of poem, I guess. So it's not really a poem. So
okay.
So that's why I dodged that question, because I don't know what my favorite is. It's all of
what's
them.
what's that Rumi? Oh shoot. There's a lot of good Rumi. It always makes me feel really like warm and like a little sensual, like ready to like I want to. There's been moments when I've quietly read Rumi aloud to somebody that I like snuggled with, and that was a prime way to read Rumi.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like it's kind of made for it, unless I'm misremembering, but like it's pretty nice. Yeah. I
don't know about you, Colin. I tend to read like 4 books in one time. And there's always like the sort of philosophical book. Then there's like the fun fiction book. Then there's like I don't know. I was noticing all these. They have wonderful books here on mushrooms in case anyone wants to get those. And I've been reading a lot about mushrooms too lately. So
what's the last like tidbit of knowledge you gained about mushrooms?
I learned about medicinal mushrooms recently, and learning about like cordyceps and lion's mane and how good these things are for like for your brain, neurological functioning, and learned how psilocybin rewires your brain. And mushrooms do a lot with your brain these days. So they've always done it, but now we kind of know.
Yeah, but now there's a
people knew before us, but now there's some science too.
Somebody in a lab coat shared that opinion, so now it's like
apparently now, apparently
now it can be done.
It's been known for thousands of years, but now it's
okay. So books,
common knowledge.
Books, Rumi, mushrooms are fun. Music. How you have a band out of Eugene that's like a bluegrass country band. You have a country band
like country swing.
What's that landscape looking like, and when's your next country swing thing
with the country swing? It's so that band's called Holy Smokes, and there's about 6 of us in that band, and that we're playing in a show in Eugene at the Wow Hall.
Oh, cool. When's that?
That'll be in November.
Great. Cool.
Yeah. And then I feel like I'm playing all over. I'm playing a solo show in Bend on the other side here in a few weeks, part of the Bend Roots Festival. Bend Roots Revival Festival. And then the Holy Smokes, we were hoping to play some festivals. Last summer was a little weird, but hopefully this next summer we're playing some festivals around too. Cool. So it's fun to have different projects. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It's nice.
You know that as well. Yeah.
I do. Yeah. It's nice to have like I don't know why landscape is in my brain right now. It's nice to have enough stuff going on.
That's why landscape. You may not see this on the camera, but there's a giant book that says landscape right next to it.
That's why. That's why. No other reason.
Subconscious. Yeah.
Well, that's enough questions for now. What are we doing?
Well, yeah. We're gonna play some of my songs, and we're gonna bounce around a little. We're gonna play some of my original music. Maybe we're throwing in a cover here and there, and then we'll do some old time. Colin and I both really like to play a lot of old time fiddle, and I've got a banjo. We have 3 banjos here.
More banjos than people.
Banjos are winning right now. But we're gonna play a tune. This is a song that was inspired somewhat by where I grew up in the Midwestern part of the U.S. And
where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Indiana. The woods, the hickories and sycamores and maple trees of Indiana.
Same maples, different maples.
Probably similar to Oregon. I think there's some similarities, yeah. But yeah, I grew up in the woods. I was lucky to have a lot of woods behind my house, so I think that's why I always wanted to explore nature. And I remember as a kid getting lost for hours out in the woods. So this song's sort of written. Songs always come out in different ways, but this one was kind of from the perspective of what it might have been like to have stayed there, seeing as that I'm out here now. My soul wandered all the way out here, but this kind of touches on maybe what it might have been like for that part of me, or even for maybe my grandfather who did stay there. And he always claimed, he was like, his name was Pop, great grandfather, sorry, Pop. And Pop always claimed that you could, like, the great thing about the Midwest, you could see as far as the eye can see above the corn. So that was, they took pride in the fact that it's so flat that you can see everything. So this is called Midwestern Sky, and Collin plays a lovely fiddle on it. So it's good to have him back on it.
I do.
Yeah, on the recording.
Yeah.
He does.
I do.
He knows. He does. Spend most of my days counting the airplanes flying high in this Midwestern sky. Old gas station Porsche, my friend, you're weathered and worn. Some roof and creaking floorboards and a chair to pass the time. And I'll wait till the sun goes down and the station has turned off its lights to walk the road back under this Midwestern sky. The fields run for miles, a grand theater with dozens of aisles, where the scarecrows sing and swing in the wind. I remember Anne Marie, the queen of the Northwest. She was lost and stumbled on me. I was drunk on her eyes, and she wanted us to leave. Pack a suitcase and roll up your sleeves. But leaving was never for me, so I kissed her goodbye. And I'll wait till the sun goes down and the station has turned off its lights to walk the road back home under this Midwestern sky. My kids have all grown. They left town many years ago. My wife was the best of souls. I'm a lucky man. I don't count anymore, 'cause time ran out the back door. What's the use in all this worrying for when it all goes so quick? And I'll wait till the sun goes down and the station has turned off its lights to walk the road back home under this, under this Midwestern sky. Oh, 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 spend most of my days counting the airplanes flying high in this Midwestern sky. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Some of you have heard these songs a lot, actually. And so it's wonderful to have you hear them again. And if there's anyone online or anyone in the future, maybe there's people in the future that will see this.
Or I think about this with for aliens. Like potentially aliens will like be combing through all of our digital record, and so like some alien may, or they will after the fall.
Yeah, the future. Cool.
Yep,
Aliens,
okay.
Not people. Okay. Intelligent life form, more intelligent than us. They live in the ocean and they come out in those fast
yeah.
ships that the FBI has been recently revealing, apparently.
Yeah.
There's a theory they live in the ocean. Did anyone know this? I did not know this. Seems reasonable. Why not? We don't know. We don't. It's like space. We don't know what's going on.
It's just hollow down there.
It's just, all right. Well, that's a good segue into Idaho, the song Idaho.
Mhm.
I don't know why, but there's probably aliens in Idaho.
Certainly.
Definitely. All right. It's called Idaho. and
Thanks, guys.
thank you so much.
Is the sound still sounding? Sounds good?
Great.
Okay, perfect.
Great. Thanks for listening. It's so comforting here. You might not, if you're on the video, you can't see this, but there's a lot of yarn back there, and there's something about like yarn and knit sweaters and things that just makes me feel like I'm in my grandma's living room or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, I might have that cat thing where I have cat syndrome or whatever that is.
Yeah. Yarn doesn't like calm me, but
You don't have
books
to
calm me,
Books call me.
and glazed pottery calms me. So, but I like clothing. If I didn't have clothing, I'd be
Just
not calm.
mhm.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Heckled by the audience.
I'm much
Heckled,
preferred.
heckled,
Much preferred.
Heckled. We need some heckling.
What's next, Guy?
We're gonna play another John Hartford song. This is called "Where Does an Old Time Riverman Go?" Long title, right? Where does an old time riverman go?
Where does it go?
John Hartford was a steamboat captain on the Mississippi River, as well as a very talented Nashville singer-songwriter. They wrote "Gentle on My Mind." They got Glenn Campbell pretty famous. Glenn Campbell made a lot of money, got really big, but it was John Hartford's song. And that was the song that John Hartford was able to build his whole music career off and do all kinds of stuff, like have songs where he just makes noises like a washing machine. And if you ever listen to John Hartford, he's got all kinds of different stuff. So, but this song is one of the ones that's close to my heart for him because it's kind of almost like his own story about being a steamboat captain. So where does an old time riverman go?
Yeah.
Where does an old time riverman go after he's passed away? Soul still keep a watch on me for the rest of his riches. Does he then come back as a channel cat or a waltz that light on the wheel? Birds that fly through the summer skies, or the fish swimming under the Where does an old time pilot go after he stood his last watch? Does it fall by the ear of the man who steers, saying hold her on that notch? There's a gentle sneeze in the river breeze, saying son, I'm going to bed. They light their pipes that go off in the night. Or was it fireflies instead? Where does an old time engineer after he cooled her down? Gone up the hill to never come back on the quiet side of town. Does the soul still live on and the engines while the striker repairs the gears. He's still afloat on an old steamboat after gone from.
Thanks.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a good question. Where does an old time riverman go? I don't know.
It's hard for me when I'm playing a song that I don't know. I wasn't singing that song right, so I don't know that song as well as you do.
Yeah,
Obviously,
that's fair. That's fair.
I could never grasp any of the words. Could not tell you anything about what the Riverman did. Not a damn thing. Just of that song we just played.
Because you're
nothing.
playing the fiddle and you're singing.
Yeah, I
you're in
can't.
Fiddle hat.
Couldn't possibly pay attention to the words.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an engineer,
Yep.
right?
There's an engineer. There's a pilot. I think it's all one and the same. They're all one and the
Yeah.
same. Just different names for that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. They're all one and the same actually. They all have these different. It's like three spirits of the river man. Well, let's play some old time.
Let's play some old time.
Okay.
Yeah. Ky and I met the second time on Craigslist because Ky posted that he was looking for a fiddle player, and I was fresh in Portland and was still finding musicians to hang out with on Craigslist. And I could do it again. I could go back to Craigslist to find new people
Well, we
again.
met. Did you mention at the fiddle camp and then on Craigslist? Yeah.
Well,
Like,
second
yeah.
time was in Craigslist.
Second time was
First time was at an old time fiddle camp called Fiddle Tunes, the Festival of American Fiddle Tunes. Highly recommend it. So
late at night dancing to Cajun music or something.
I probably wanted
I
to
think
dance
we were
with you, but
dancing two-step.
I don't think we
or
danced.
Cajun. No, well, we added dance.
Oh, okay.
Dance function.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you stay up to like 3 in the morning and you dance and
Great.
play fiddle.
Great
and
Cajun music. Super fun.
It's fun. It's all gonna come back soon. You know, the apocalypse. We're all gonna be just dancing and
Yep.
playing banjo and fiddles.
Things are
We're
coming
just
back.
preparing. We're just preparing
Everything's
ourselves.
coming back.
Really.
This tune's called Salt Spring. It's written, I was just in the San Juan Islands, and you can see Salt Spring Island from like somewhere over there, pointing to my brother-in-law who's right over there. Who's he's got family in the San Juans, so it's really great to go visit. But yeah, Salt Spring is the Canadian San Juan.
Make sure we're in tune.
Yeah,
I'm in AA.
good enough.
Let's start this off slow. Good enough. Good enough for government work. All right, let's start this off slow. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try it again.
Let's
Okay.
start it slow this time.
Okay.
That was too fast.
That was too fast. Oh, way too fast.
Great, thanks. That was, thank you so much. That's I'm written by John Reichman, right? Am I right?
John Reichman, yeah,
Yeah,
Salt
cool.
Spring.
Yeah, you said contemporary? Can't keep track of these things.
Contemporary old time.
Contemporary old time, too.
Isn't that a funny, ironic thing?
And this next one is also contemporary. And do you know the writer of this tune?
I don't.
Who heck?
Oh, I thought you did. I thought that was like a
it's my duty.
interview question, but I actually know the answer.
No, it's my duty. I'll look it up right now.
Make yourself smarter or something. I don't know.
Yes, say a joke. Well, I'm looking it up.
Oh gosh. Well,
okay, so
You have one.
somebody does an experiment. Oh, it's a song by Bob
Stole my thunder.
Collin and James Bryan. James Bryan wrote this. So farewell trying.
What's the difference between a banjo player and a large pizza? The large pizza can feed a family of 5.
Yeah. Why are there no banjos in Star Trek? Because it's the future. I think it's funny.
What sounds worse than an accordion in the trash? A banjo hitting an accordion in the trash.
Yeah.
They never stop. You just get right into it.
Yeah,
All right.
just make sure I could play it.
All right.
That's what it's gonna sound a lot like.
I
that,
gotta
you
roll
guys.
this.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe not. Maybe I'm tricking you.
just kicking you with the crease. All right.
Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, go. Was that me?
I think so.
It's gonna sound like that. I'm ready now.
This is what you get with a live show. You get all the
Yeah.
times, all the okay.
I wish I could say that that's the first time I've had that problem.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, nice to play these like sweeping, majestic tunes.
Mhm.
We're at the part of our set list where there's a line, which means that it's time for me to ask Kai some more personal questions. And we're all here for it. It's great. So you are a therapist. Is that true?
No.
Oh.
No.
Are you a social worker? Or you're not?
No.
How would you describe
No,
your
he's not.
profession?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wanted to see your reaction. It
Well,
was
I mean,
good.
I
It
was-
was good. It was good.
Well, because I know
We
you've been in school forever, so I can't keep track.
Counselor. Yes. No, I work in that world
Okay.
as well.
Um,
That's my day job.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a day job too.
Yes. What?
Heart in the back. Thanks. Yeah.
What's I don't really have a question that I've been like burning with that, but like I know there must have been surprising things that you discovered during your studies, and now you're like you're not a student any longer, is that correct?
No.
Okay.
I went back to school. I'm not in school anymore. I'm
Okay.
at work and all. Yeah.
So you have feet on the ground,
Feet on the
starting
ground.
work in a pandemic, being a therapist.
Totally. Sometimes I forget that.
What is something that you have learned?
Well, that's a big question. I would say, more than anything, people need to stick together. I think that the existential threats that have always been present, right? You think
Yeah.
about being a human being, it's always been a crazy world out there. It's, and it's always been a world where those things have changed. Obviously, there are some things like climate change that are a lot more significant now, but at the same time, the core like connection that people need from day one to now is still really the same. And so it's fascinating, like going big with people, and then also realizing like, it really does come down to community, and it comes down to people sticking with each other, helping each other out. I think a lot of what's going on right now is just people are really connected.
Totally.
And that was probably happening before the pandemic.
Totally.
So
Yeah.
So
Cool.
Thank you all for being here.
Yeah,
thanks
it's great.
Thanks for
Yay.
coming, and thanks for sharing music. And I think we just need to keep really reaching out to each other.
I'm glad you're
That
here.
part of us that's like, oh, I'm afraid to reach out, or oh, I'm a part of us. We can, once we see it, we can push past it and reach out for connection. Yeah.
Do you waste a lot of time on Instagram?
I spend a decent bit of time on
Have-
Instagram. I've been working on that my relation, like trying to intentionally look at it rather than like, oh, shiny dog jumping off pool with ball in mouth or whatever.
Have you seen there's like little memes that come up for therapists talking to future things, whatever. And one meme that I saw recently was this person who is talking to their therapist saying, I don't know why when I'm overwhelmed, I always withdraw. And the therapist is like, so does that mean you were left to fend for yourself to solve a lot of your problems when you were a child? And the person on the other end is like, oh yeah. And I've been feeling really personal. That's like my story. I've been feeling really withdrawn this year because it's hard out here. So it's easy to withdraw. So it's nice to have people here and digital aliens in the future. It's great. The end times are here. If you had to choose one of these three.
A Therapist in the End Times.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's a good album.
It's a good book
or something. Yeah.
What do you think is the best choice for you personally, or for me, for you or me? Should I start a worm compost? Should I get solar panels, or should I do water catchment? Like, what's the best end time prep?
You should probably meet a neighbor who's doing worm composting.
No, but I said for me or for
Well,
you.
I know, but I don't know if you can do all three.
Exactly.
So you should still get to know someone doing that if you want to use compost, I guess. See if your neighbor has compost.
So compost, you think, is the top choice?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. This is a hard question.
That's why I asked it.
Well, I was thinking like, you're not gonna be able to do all three of these. So you just try to meet a neighbor who's doing the composting. Solar panels, just use less energy maybe right now if you can than it's not that cold.
Okay.
It is kind of cold in the Northwest, but it's not winter. And then I think water's going to be big. Honestly, yeah, water. Probably.
Water's the most important out of those three.
Well, it depends in the Northwest.
I know it depends, but I want you to decide.
Okay. I would say compost and grow food with it.
Okay.
That's number one.
Because
we're in Portland, we've got water right now. We're good with
Yeah.
water, even though water harvesting would be good.
Yeah.
And solar panels, yeah, just try to use less energy
Okay.
and
I want to do all of them, but I'm just like, I don't know.
buy into solar. You don't have to put solar on your house. You could like support solar.
Does the audience have any questions for Ky?
Yeah. Does anyone else have strong opinions on these hard, challenging questions?
I have one more final question for you, which was pertinent when I did the first. We did a streaming shows in January. Never Come Down streamed with me in January from a little tiny phone.
Great stuff.
And I asked Caden this question first. I'm going to ask you, if you were going to participate in a revolution, a revolt, insurrection against the U.S. government. I don't want to know the politics behind your question. But if you were to storm the Capitol, what would you wear?
What do you think about this? What would I wear if I was going to storm the Capitol?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, nothing is coming to mind.
Just
like nothing. I think naked.
Naked?
Yeah. Wouldn't that would be awesome?
I'm in. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I would be naked.
What's next, Ky?
Well, this is a great segue, Collin, into our next song.
It's cold. It's a cold,
which is
world.
called "Cold, Cold World." About how nothing's going well. So let's jump into the sad song section. There we go. And then all right. This is actually a Blaze Foley cover. Yeah, and hopefully I can remember all the words. I think so. Tried for a long time, think I can't win. If I could do it all better, I would do it again. Wherever I'm going, it's the same place I've been. Oh, ain't it a cold, cold world? Outside it is hot, inside it's cold. The eyes of the young met the eyes of the old. And what they were thinking will never be told. Oh, ain't it a cold, cold world? An old lady asked me about the new light daylight time. She said it don't matter, and I said I don't mind. And the bus driver said you still owe me a dime. Oh, well, ain't it a cold, cold world? I can't get no job, and I can't get no rest. I started out east, and I headed out west. I'm so glad to be here, I'm sure I won't forget. Oh, well, ain't it a cold, cold world? might have to leave you. I think that's what she said. Now I wish I could sleep, but I'm tossing in bed. I get myself thinking I'd be better off dead. Oh, lady, it's a cold, cold world. Oh, lady, a cold, cold world. I hope that one made you all feel a little bit brighter. That was a really good segue, Collin, into the whole like existential end of the world right before that song. We
Happened so
didn't even
naturally.
plan that.
It's almost like it's in the forefront of my mind.
Life is life, you know. Yeah, when all the things get crazy, you find yourself in a beautiful park or under a beautiful tree, or in a beautiful bookstore with so much. I love this bookstore. I love how all the books are like displayed between all the books, and it's well thought out. Yeah, yay for the bookstore. Yay for
Yay.
sister. Yay. Thanks so much for doing this, for supporting music and songwriters, and it's really great to be having it. And
Mhm.
yeah, and we had to move inside tonight, but it turned out great because what better way to play music intimately for some folks, new folks, familiar folks. So let's. I guess I'm gonna do this next one by myself.
Oh, bye.
Bye. You would do it with me, but we just, you know. This is a song I wrote about some time I spent in Colorado in an artist residency, living in a wood stove cabin. And it was a very weird cabin. It was hand built, made out of like cob, and it was used to house usually the musician in the artist residency. All the visual artists got the like nice house, but they threw the musician out in the cold wood stove spot so that we could be loud and weird and obnoxious. And so I spent some time out there and was just kind of going through the day, through the season and the cycles of the day, and got inspired. And so I wrote this song called The Wood Stove Song. The sun is swallowed by the night, and the moon is shining brightly, and the embers are burning alive, while the stars seek to gather, and the crickets cease their chatter. Before the morning after, there'll be sparks in the wood stove tonight. And the window lays crooked in the stone. The firelight is dancing on the ceiling, and the mist is rising off the bones, while the old trees taking cover from the winds of their brother. Before the morning after, there'll be sparks in the wood stove tonight. Leaping silhouette, leaping up over the you. So nice to be here again, playing music. It's a real luxury to get to play music, you know, especially after you spend a long time not playing as much, being so used to playing and playing and playing. And it's every time I play, I will forever be more grateful.
That's true.
For sure.
Yeah, it's totally true. It sounds good. They weren't lying. It sounds fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, like you sound good, but like the sound system sounds
Yeah,
good.
yeah. No, this is great. I'm glad we're all set up. So let's do some fiddle. Banjo?
Okay, let's do it.
Fiddle banjo. Let's do
on the
this
list.
tune called. Well, imagine that, my kid showing out a tune. Isn't that surprising?
Yeah.
What are your relationships with your instruments like? Describe
Gosh.
them.
Well, that one
What is that, what is that like for you?
I owe that banjo an apology because I dropped it just now.
That one you're just beating out.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that. I don't know. I kind of have like a weird, fortunate enough to own a house, and when I was house hunting and searching for it, the house that I found was built in 1927. It's the house that I live in, and this is my fiddle, which was also built in 1927.
Oh, cool.
So,
That's cool.
and I just have a really good feeling about 1927 regarding this fiddle. This fiddle is almost 100 years old. We're like, what, just 6 years away, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna have a birthday party for my house and my fiddle. And I hope that they have another wonderful, you know, I hope that they have a long, happy life together. So that's one. I don't name my instruments. Some people do, and that's just not something that that's not my style. But I will never. I've thought about getting a 5-string fiddle, but I'll like never not have this fiddle. It was my first. I'm an adult-sized instrument, so it's.
You're all grown up.
I'm all grown up. I'm gonna keep it.
All grown up.
Yeah.
This banjo was made by a former high school principal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, named Ron, and he and his wife retired, and he would build the neck, and then another guy named Mark Hickler would build the pot, which is this. This is the pot, and this is the neck, and these end up going together with a truss rod. Most builders build the whole thing. These two guys partnered up, and so that's kind of how they like got more of these done. But they're small company. I think Ron sold it to his granddaughter.
Nice.
And it's kind of a Frankenstein banjo because originally the whole banjo was supposed to be walnut, and I got down there and the whole banjo was maple. I think they missed that in the email as a custom banjo. So he said, oh, well, you know, let's just keep keep some of the, because he already done some of the fretwork. So it's a whole thing, but he basically kept, so this is maple and this is walnut. So it's like a hybrid now. So it's fine because they did all this custom work on the Dutch folk art is what's on this banjo. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, it was a whole thing. I went down and had like breakfast with them and hung out with his wife and got to know him while they were building the
He
banjo.
showed you the wrong banjo.
And he gave me a Frankenstein, but you know, it's okay because it's got more character. So it's a great banjo. All right. So we're going to play. Oh, go ahead. What's his name? Josh? Pruitt? Cool. There he is, Josh. Oh, cool.
Who said that?
Way to go, Josh. Right on.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Sweet. Oh, that's awesome. That's really neat. Cool.
I don't play ukulele. Otherwise, we
I
can
play
do
a little bit, but yeah, we'll stick with this.
0%.
We're gonna play an old, really old tune out of, I think, North Carolina, out of the style called the Round Peak style, which came from a group of 5 or 6 houses that all would play together and kind of created a specific old time banjo fiddle style. And so this is one of those tunes. I'm gonna guess it's old. It's probably 100 years old. It's called Fortune. Okay.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
So fun to play with the fiddler.
It's very fun.
Gosh.
It feels.
It's really
Just-
fun. Thank you.
Disclaimer for like round peak style. It is great to know the. I know it's round peak. It's nice to be reminded that that tune is round peak, and I certainly, in no fashion, was playing in the round peak fiddling tradition. Not even a little.
That was more
Don't
of
tell anyone that I did that.
that was more of a banjo. Yeah, banjo part too.
Yeah. This is another old
Ready
time
for a
tune.
singing one?
Yeah.
Okay. Hop high.
That's fun.
All right, guitar. I'm gonna do another solo one.
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, and then we got a couple more. Thanks everybody for hanging out. All right, I'm gonna dedicate this song to Lisa in the audience. She's from Colorado, Denver, and this is a song. I didn't write the song. This is a Townsend dance song, but it's called Colorado Girl. Well, I'm going out to Denver to see if I can find I'm going out to Denver to see if I can find that loving Colorado girl of mine. All the promise in a smile shames the mountains tall. Oh, the promise in a smile, Lord, shames the mountains tall. Oh, she keeps the sun a-shining, and she tells the rain to fall. Well, it's been a long time, Mama, since I heard you call my name. It's been a long time, Mama, since I heard you call my name. I've got to see my Colorado girl again. Well, I'll be there tomorrow. Oh, Mama, don't you cry. Oh, I'll be there tomorrow. Mama, don't you cry. I've got to kiss these Oregon blues goodbye. Well, I'm going out to Denver to see if I can find. I'm going out to Denver to see if I can find that loving Colorado Thank you. Collin, come back up. We got a couple more songs.
Let's just do. We have two more.
We have two more.
We're gonna do two more. Oh, hello.
I like your hat.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
it's by Ask. Made in Corvallis by a woman named, I don't remember her, and her Amy, Allie, Ashley. Her initials are ASK. She makes Ask hats. And they're
That's
all
Amy makes ass cats. Say that like 5 times in a week.
well, I don't remember her name.
Yeah,
but
no,
her
it's
initials
okay.
are-
Just there was a lot of A's there. I was following.
I was trying to land on the right one, but yeah.
Amy Ashley wears ass. Wait, ask caps.
Ask hats. They're on Etsy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. I really like it. It's
Thank
like,
you.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
you might see someone in the woods and think it's camouflage, and then you run up and you're like, oh, it's actually like bright flowers
Yep.
and like other things.
Turns out it's camouflage in Costa Rica.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay. I was like, I believe you. Okay.
Our performer for next week or next month, we do a first Friday concert series, right? Which is why we're all here. The performers next week are Michael Collin and Christina Osborne making the rules. They have a weekly radio show. Rules Radio. DJ Woolina is Christina. And
Woolina,
the
that's
rules,
awesome,
the
man.
rules we'll be performing probably right here in a month. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah. Tune in.
Come
If you're
drive back from Bend.
yeah, if you're tuning
you're
in
around.
now, tune back in. I guess. Yeah. All right, we're gonna play a song out of Kentucky called Jack Wilson.
Okay.
All right. I want to mention this. I do have some CDs for sale, so I know some of you have already have one, but some of you I don't know and don't have them. So I have some CDs for sale, and yeah, I still sell those, and they still have players for them, and
They're great coasters.
They're great coasters too, and have multi-use. So
Crispy.
if you're interested in the CD, come up and say hi afterwards. It just kind of helps with gas and all the things that go into this. So.
Oh yeah, and for the digital realm people, there's a virtual tip jar at Ky Burt Music. So at Ky KYBURT Music is a good way to Venmo and PayPal. Or anyone here in the audience can do that. Or real cold hard cash right on this little stool. Get it?
We have a winner. We have a winner. All right. We're gonna do a song, so a little folk song at the end.
Let's do something folky.
Yeah, let's switch it up. Let's do something folky. It was great. So this song, John Henry was a mythical folk figure, and John Henry fought the rise of the Industrial Revolution. Everybody know the story of John Henry? Anybody here? Raise your hand. No, does anyone not know the story of John Henry? Yeah. Oh, this is a great crowd. Look at that. We got a full crowd here.
Hammer guy.
Well, anyway, since you know the story, so a buddy of mine, his name's Jimmy, and this was many years ago. I lived in Tucson, Arizona, and I had a group of older people I was friends with, I played music with, and Jimmy was one of those people, and Jimmy lived on the border of Mexico, about an hour and a half south of Tucson, and we used to drive down and hang out at his trailer and play like all these obscure tunes with him, and he knew all kinds of tunes. He was just a character. And he used to tell me, all these people write these songs about John Henry, but nobody ever wrote a song about his daughter. I didn't even know he had a daughter. I don't know if he did. I think sometimes Jimmy said some crazy stuff, but he found a lot of weed down there, and he found a whole bag of weed in Mexico, and had that.
So surprising.
He found it right on the border, and he dragged it back to his house. So he was living the life down there in his trailer.
Before he called the Border Patrol. Brought it back to his house.
He did.
Yes.
He did. Yes. He called it. Yep. He did.
Good guy.
Yep. And and anyway, and I digress, but he always thought someone should write a song about John Henry's daughter. And so this is sort of what I did. I wrote that tune, and he's heard it, and he still wishes he wrote that tune, but I kind of dedicate this to my buddy Jimmy, who's down in the desert. So this is called I Stole Miss Henry.
Thanks, everyone. Yeah, let's make it folky this time. Yeah.
Let's folk it up.
Let's folk it up.
Let's folk it up. Kissing Miss Henry under the apple tree. The whistle from that railroad train was blowing mighty strong. Me and Miss Henry were sure wrong. Well, I stole Miss Henry. I stole Miss Henry. I stole Miss Henry away. I stole Miss Henry. Miss Henry. Sorry, John, I stole her away. Well, here comes John, he's running fast, always running right for me. Better make this love last, cause I'm history. Well, I ain't great, I ain't much like old John Henry. What I made is dark sweet, sweet on me. Well, I stole Miss Henry, I stole Miss Henry, I stole Miss Henry away. I stole Miss Henry, I stole Miss Henry. Sorry, John, I stole her away. Sorry, John, I stole her away. Sorry, John, I stole her away. Thanks, Collin, for having me. Thanks, everybody. I'm Ky Burt. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Thanks,
Christine.
y'all.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Christine and Jen, for sure.